Hey everybody, Dr. B. Welcome to the season premiere of season 4 of the Dr. B Show, and I have the great April Hernandez-Castillo. We discuss her career, we discuss her start in acting, and what she's doing currently. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Hi, Dr. B here. Are you struggling to get rid of stubborn fat but don't want to have plastic surgery? 111 Spa and Aesthetics non-invasive slimming massage can help you get the body you always wanted. 111 Spa and Aesthetics can also help you when it comes to cellulite treatments and body contouring massage. 111 Spa and Aesthetics offers a full range of skincare services, including facials, acne, scar treatments, skin tightening, microdermabrasion, and more. 111 Spa and Aesthetics are trained professionals with extensive skincare experience and utilize only the best equipment possible. For more information, please visit their website at www.111aesthetics.com. That's 1-O-N-E-11 Leven Spa-Aesthetics.com, located at 10 East Moonachie Road in Hackensack, New Jersey, 07601. And to make an appointment, don't miss out, 201-520-1777, 201-520-1777, 111 Spa and Aesthetics.
Hello everybody, Dr. B here. Welcome to another edition of the Dr. B Show, season 4 here. I'm here with the great April Hernandez-Castillo. April, how are you?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you. I've been wanting to have you for a while on the show. I'm so glad we were able to make the time and have this great, amazing conversation for my network. So let's jump right into it. Tell everyone about yourself.
You know, whenever someone asks me that, it's so weird because I feel like I do 10,000 different things. But at the heart of it, I am a woman from the Bronx on a mission to inspire the world. I was born and raised in the boogie down Bronx. Some of my best memories are growing up in a time where we had community, where the neighbors knew your name. I eventually went on to attend Hunter College, which is where I found the love of acting. And so I've been an actor for 2 decades. Oh gosh, that made me feel old. I'm a professional speaker for over a decade. I've done a TEDx talk. I've written 2 books. I'm a creative, an artist. I'm a wife, mom, and a woman who loves red lipstick.
I love it. I love it. I love you. Summed it all lovely in 2 minutes.
You know, that's that elevator pitch. That's that thing of like, yes, here I am.
Love it. Love it. So I want to start, simple. I'm all about education. Similar to you, you went to Hunter College, as you mentioned. How did that assist you with your career today? Can you kind of, expand on that a little bit?
Of course. When I was applying to colleges, I went to Aquinas High School, and going to a Catholic school, they prepared you so much. And I originally thought I was going to go for sports, athleticism, because I was very athletic. I played softball and volleyball, and I entered Hunter College. And then I walked into a chemistry class, and then I walked right out. And I was like, I don't do chemistry. This space doesn't. Had it not been going to college and having those options, I don't know if I would have become an actor. So once I discovered that I didn't want to do science, I didn't want to do nutrition anymore, having that option and choice, which is when I'm working with young folks, young adults, I tell them, is college for everyone? No, but everyone should go. And to see if this is for you or maybe a trade school, either way, getting educated is absolutely important.
I agree with you 100%. I'm all about it. The first in my household with a degree, for a while, only one in my family, either side with an MBA, the only at the moment with a doctorate. So it's helped me open so many doors for me. So I agree with you there. Like, at least try it out. If it's not for you, you could always do trade school, or if not, you want to start your business, it's on you, right? But at least,
yeah. And we live in such a different time where you have, kids that they're business savvy
Yeah,
because they have access to information that you and I didn't have access
exactly.
to. You know, we actually had to do the work. We had to actually look in a dictionary for what a
Or an
word. My
encyclopedia.
daughter,
Right?
she
Remember
does
those?
something. Yeah, she's like, my daughter's like, Siri, how da 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 da, and I go like, look in the book. Siri can't give you all the answers, but it's one of those things where um kids can become millionaires, which is fascinating to me if they do the right work, not on the street. I'm saying,
Exactly.
but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's cool.
Love it. Love it. Embracing Me is a memoir about your inspirational story, resilience, forgiveness, and overcoming adversity. Can you tell us about the book? You also mentioned you're a keynote speaker. Can you tell us how you tie the two together?
So I became a speaker after I shot the movie Freedom Writers. As I mentioned, I'm an actor, which if you are an educator, superintendent, that film is the go-to film. And I realized the power of story. And I realized that I had my own story to share of being a survivor of intimate partner violence. And that is where my career began as a speaker. And then eventually it's normal for most speakers to say, oh, I need to write my story. And Embracing Me, I wrote it at the height of the pandemic. And it's really my memoir of the last 20 years of my life. Sharing all of my failures, everything I've learned, but really that resilient spirit is what I hope people walk away with when they read that book. You know, I've had men say, "Can I read your book?" And I'm like, "Yes, you can. I know it looks very feminine, but yes, you can." And yeah, to say that I've written 2 books is pretty powerful.
I love it. I love it. How'd you get into acting? I know you mentioned Hunter, but can you kind of walk us through? All right, Hunter.
Really, that's how it happened. I walked into the chemistry class and I was like, oh hell no. I can't do this for the next 4 years. And I needed to take an elective. And so I sat with one of the counselors and they said, listen, there's an acting class that's open. Would you like to take it? And I thought, sure. Growing up in a Latino home, I wasn't exposed to theater. I wasn't exposed, no one, but I just think as Latinos we're hilarious anyway. And I have to say, I was always inspired back then by John Leguizamo. He was the guy for me. He was the person that made me feel seen and that it was possible.
Love it. And then eventually from Hunter, you went to acting school, I assume, and then from there.
No,
Oh,
I started taking acting classes
okay.
and I started just auditioning and I started doing stage and theater and I got an agent pretty fast. And so I left. I had to make the decision to leave Hunter College because my career was taking off. And so I just started working right away. Like I did Law and Order, I did a whole bunch of other shows, and then eventually Freedom Writers came.
Love
And
it.
then I went back to Hunter, but I'm probably like a super duper senior.
Super, super senior. So tell us about your experience in Freedom Riders as your role as Eva Benitez. Tell us about that.
Oh, playing Ava, sorry. She she was phenomenal. It was a very difficult role because I never grew up experiencing racism. Growing up in New York City, you don't really experience any kind of racism. Yes, prejudice, but to know that there was a problem because of someone's race, ethnicity, that was a little difficult. And understanding the depth and importance of telling this story, I didn't realize how big this film is global. It's been all over the world. And to me, that was the most important thing of really getting that understanding that racism is real and it exists, and this is how it affects young adults.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. And how did that come about? You just got an audition, your agent told you about it and you said, boom, or was it a networking thing? Can you tell us how'd you land that role?
No, just a regular audition. It came. I auditioned in New York City. I didn't hear anything, and I ended up booking another show, which is the first time I went to LA, which
Okay.
is a very big thing for most actors, especially when you're coming from the East Coast to the West Coast. And as I was working out there, I had two more auditions, and then I ended up booking the job. And working with a two-time Oscar winner, Hilary Swank, was pretty amazing.
Absolutely, 100%. Wanted to talk to you about your SAG Award nomination for Best Assembled Cast for the show Dexter. Tell us about that and how did that. What were your thoughts when you heard the news? And tell us about working on that show.
Well, at that time, Dexter was a huge show. And I think this is really when people began binge watching shows. I had never watched it. And by the time I came on, it was season 5. So they gave me, that's when we were still watching DVDs, and I binge watched.
Remember those DVDs?
Like the entire, like, why does that feel so long ago? I don't even understand. Oh my gosh. But like they gave me all the DVD sets and I watched it and I thought, oh my gosh, I get to actually be on this show, working with Lauren Velez, who is now Luna Velez, and David Zayas. These are Puerto Rican actors that I looked up to, being in their presence, and then just being on a show that was very, very dark. And just something that you're like, oh, okay, those are brains on the floor. Awesome. Fantastic way to start. And then receiving the news that we had, we were nominated and I was included was just another dream come true. So being able to attend the SAG Awards was something I had manifested.
I love it. Yeah, you manifested it, you spoke it into existence, and then you was in that, you was nominated. So kudos.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you want to promote your product or services to your target audience but don't know how? Do you struggle with social media marketing and management? Do you have challenges with lead generation for your business online? Well, look no further. Get More Clicks Media helps with SMS, MMS, and email marketing. Also, social media marketing and management, video marketing, lead generation, brand recognition, SEO, e-commerce, and website development. For more information, please visit getmoreclicksmedia.com. That's getmoreclicksmedia.com.
You had also some recurrent roles, like you mentioned before, NBC New Amsterdam, Nurse Jackie, Person of Interest, ER, 30 Rock, Elementary, Law and Order. So I'm always fascinated. What goes into the mindset, into getting into the role? Like, what do you have a routine, a ritual? How do you transform from April into the specific role? I'm always fascinated by that.
Right. It just depends on what role you're getting booked for. I've played a prisoner, I've played a lawyer, I've played a student, I've played someone who was almost murdered. It's one of those things where you are, oh my gosh, what is that reptile that they change their colors?
The chameleon?
Yes, you just become this chameleon where you take on the color of your character. And you just do the work and you're training, and it teaches you how to go in, how to come out, how to really make that character come alive, and also not lose yourself, but lose yourself, if that makes any sense. And I always say that anyone who is a public figure, speaker, anyone who is in the front lines should always take an acting class and an improv class.
It's a good idea. Maybe something I should do someday.
Yes. Yes, you should.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it was awesome. Not a great. Thank you for that. Thank you for that insight. Just wanted to talk some high level stuff, taking a macro approach. So did some research. According to USC's Annenberg Inclusion Initiative, now we're getting into my area, right? The diversity, equity, inclusion. Fewer than 2% of leading movie roles go to Latino actresses. Those who make it also make it. They're multitasking like you, right? Director, casting, producers, etc. What are your thoughts on this stat? What do you think we could do to get more folks like you and I into leading roles in Hollywood?
You want to be a lead actor now?
Maybe someday. The next Dwayne Johnson.
I'm here for coaching, consulting.
The next Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. Listen, I think, it's being inside the rooms. That's where we need more people of color, more Latinos. Also just us It's having access. It's so hard to raise money. People think that it's easy, and it is not. But there has been major progress. And one of my closest friends, Ramon Rodriguez, he just premiered his show, William Trent. He is Puerto Rican, urban Latino, and he is kicking butt. So we are seeing this. We're seeing it with Jenna Ortega and Luis Guzman on a hit show like Wednesday. So is Hollywood seeing us now? Yes. And they're seeing us as prominent characters that we can carry a show, that we don't have to play, the other roles that we've had to in the past. So I'm excited for where we're going. And it's just going to get better.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. It's all about networking and it's all about, who you know and to keep. And it's all about having that positive momentum and having folks like you and having folks like Jen Ortega, right, in those roles and inspire others to kind of pursue that. So
yeah, and the more, Jenna Ortega just opened the door for so many other young Latinas, like my daughter, who she, looked at her and was like, "Oh, mom, like I can do that." It's to my daughter's perspective, it's not impossible. As opposed to when I started as an actor 10,000 years ago, we never saw anyone. There was only like 5 women who were the main women for so long. And now there's a variety of us, which makes me happy.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, definitely love to see the diversity there. Absolutely, 100%. Wanted to pivot a little bit. Alongside your husband and business partner, you co-founded Parental Voices Matter. Tell us about the program and workshop and how that works.
So we created Parental Voices Matter because we saw that there was a lack of support for parents. I guess once we became parents, and my husband, he's an educator for over a decade as well, we realized like, man, parents don't get the support that they need. They don't receive the education that they need. No, you become a parent and no one tells you how to parent. No one. You just have a baby
and then learn on the fly. That's it.
Literally, you're like, just figure it out. And then you're like, I don't know how to do this. And so we wanted to create a platform where we could have workshops for parents where we are teaching them how to raise a child in the 21st century, because it's completely different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and teaching them about technology, intimate partner violence, which is my level of expertise. And also it's more of improvement for themselves, focusing on themselves. I think as parents, especially if you are a single parent, you tend to forget yourself because, you're just trying to make ends meet, or you're trying to just be present for your child. But I always tell parents, when you are healthy, your family is healthy. When you are feeding your soul, you are a better parent. You are a better sister, mother, friend, father, brother. And that's really the goal of PVM.
I love it. And I agree with you 100%. Like pandemic, we're still in it sort of, or I guess the early part of the pandemic, I struggled a bit, and I kind of, you could tell the strain on the family, but now that things are better, obviously, if I'm better, I agree with you. Like now the family's better and more upbeat, you know what I mean? That's how it works.
Right. I mean, it's the typical, our motto was the oxygen on the plane, right? The first thing that they say is you take the oxygen, not your child. A lot of parents, especially in the Latino culture, they will give their children everything and they're over here dying. Like the child can't save you, friend.
Exactly.
You need to save the child. And so what does that look like? Like dreaming and writing your goals down and involving your children. Like I just made a dream box with my daughter. So now this weekend, we're going to fill in the dreams that we want to, the goals and the dreams that we want to accomplish. So that way she's constantly working and manifesting and believing that it's going to happen.
I love it. I love it. Dream box. I love it. It's like a vision board, but in the box.
The box, yes. It's it's just simple. You write it down and it can be like the biggest dreams to the smallest dreams, but all dreams matter.
Absolutely, 100%. And speaking of dreams, which segues into one of my last questions, let's say, aspiring actor or actress, if they're No matter what the age is, what do you think should be the first thing? Let's say if I want to wake up, let's say I walk up one day and say, hey, I want to be an actor. What should be the first thing a person should do?
Oh gosh, that's hard. That's hard. Hmm. Well, if I'm thinking logistically, right, you have
Yeah.
to get headshots. You
Yep.
have to, there's certain things that you have to do. But for me, when someone says they want to get into the arts, I always have a very honest conversation. I go, do you want to be famous or do you want to act? Those are two different things. Once you can identify that, and most people will be like, oh no, I just want to act. And I go, okay, you can act, but you might never work. If you think you can still do that, then you're made for this. I've acted in front of an empty stage. I've spoken in front of 5 people. I've spoken in front of 15,000 people. My passion doesn't lessen if there's, less people there. I just have to do this. So that's the number one thing. Can you do this even when you're not kicking butt or you're not getting all of these accolades? Then if you can do that, okay, now we can talk. Obviously, then it's getting training, it's watching movies, it's being surrounded by other actors and understanding and working on your craft. So there's a whole mental process that goes into this. Now, unfortunately, because of the internet, anyone can become a superstar. But I come from the days where real superstars actually were superstars.
Not just a viral video, right? Of some
yeah. It's one of those things where, a lot of people ask why I don't have my daughter on social media like that. For those of you if you keep hearing me speak about my daughter, Summer Rose, she is an actor. She's actually an award-winning actor. Let me refrain and say that again. I choose not to have her on any kind of social media. My husband runs her social media on Instagram because I tell her, you are about the work. And I'm not trying to raise a spoiled little star. I'm trying to raise someone who really understands their craft and has a great work ethic.
I love it.
If you can't take rejection and you get offended easily, then you shouldn't even dare get on stage.
That's a great point. You gotta have thick skin, right?
I mean, literally, if you are, and we live in an age where everyone gets offended by anything. Everybody's so stuck on pronoun. Like, I don't have time to work with anyone like that. Either you show up and you do the work or you don't show up at all. I'm pretty tough.
I love it. No, I love it. I love it. You're from the Bronx. I'm from Queens. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's, it's one of those things where you're just like, stop. No one cares about your feelings. You're getting paid. They're paying you X amount of dollars. You show up and you do the work, and that's it.
I love it. I love it. Last question. I know we're filming, recording New Year's or early in the year. What are some of your goals this year?
Oh gosh, I've just been
speaking to existence.
Yes. One of my goals is to begin my documentary that I want to do on my story. Okay. That's a main goal that I have. And also begin writing my one-woman show.
Looking forward to that. I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. And my husband to finally retiring from education so we can just do full-time of what we do of taking headshots and creating content and really and continuing and speaking all the time. Now, if I'm talking about speaking, I would love to work with Tony Robbins.
There you go. Yeah. Tony Robbins, if you're listening, please.
If you're listening, Tony Robbins.
Happy to be listening to.
Listen, I'm putting myself out there.
Exactly.
Tony Robbins, obviously, he is like the number one. But I actually got to experience one of his weekends that he has, and it, changed my whole way of how I see life. And so I would really love to work with him.
Love it. So Tony, if you're listening, please reach out to April now.
I'm here, Tony.
I'm here.
Ready. Let's go. I walked the fire coals.
Oh, you did?
So
now you're definitely going to do it. Where can people find more information about you if they're interested in working with you, either as a speaker or even as an actress?
Right. The LinkedIn is always a great place to find me, which is April Hernandez-Castillo. And if you are on Instagram, April L. Hernandez. I'm actually still working on my website. Hopefully by this month, it is up and running.
Good.
Oh, gosh.
That's a lot of work. I know.
It's a lot. But yeah, that's the best place.
Got it. It's a pleasure having you on my show. I had fun. We had a great conversation. Got to know you a little bit better. Got to know your goals and how you came to be, the April of 2023. And looking forward to seeing the One Woman show and the documentary down the line.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. B.
Thank you. April Hernandez-Castillo, everybody. Take care.
Has the pandemic changed the way you prospect today? Do you struggle prospecting for new leads for your business? Do you have challenges and don't have a process when networking at an event, either virtually or online? Well, look no further. Borja Consulting Group's Transforming Your Way to Success online course is a solution. In this 8-week intensive course, you will go from networking novice to networking guru. As a bonus, 2 coaching sessions with Dr. Jairo Borja himself are now included in the course. Don't miss this amazing opportunity to transform your pipeline, increase quality leads, close more deals, and transform your way to success. For more information, please visit our website, www.borjaconsultinggroup.com. That's www.borjaconsultinggroup.com.
Hey, everybody. This is Dr. B. Hope you enjoyed the episode of April Hernandez-Castillo. Hope you learned a little bit about her life. Hopefully you're inspired in order to be an actor or just pursue your dreams. And with that being said, thank you for listening to the Dr. B Show.